So here's the thing, when it comes to making YouTube videos, I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. I don't know the first thing about lighting, I don't know the first thing about audio quality, I'm not very good at storytelling, and to be honest, I barely even know how to use this camera. And there are very few things in life more frustrating than wanting so badly to be good at something and just knowing that you suck. But over the years, I've learned this trick which has helped me to overcome my limitations and get better at any skill I wanted to improve at. And in this video, I'm going to share it with you so you too can stop sucking so bad at everything. So I'm pretty new to this whole YouTube thing. To date, I've uploaded a handful of videos, and if you've watched any of them, you'll notice one thing in particular, and that is inconsistencies, and a lot of them. There's generally no consistency from one video to the next as far as the lighting, the audio quality, the setting, the general aesthetic. They're all kind of a little bit different. And even just within one video, you'll notice sometimes that my lighting goes wonky because the sun's setting and I don't really know how to compensate for that. You'll notice that the quality of the audio differs significantly from one video to the next depending on what I've used to record with and, more importantly, what room I'm in my house and how bad the echo is in that particular space. I'm generally not well framed in the videos. I'm sometimes not even perfectly in focus. And that's because I really have no clue what I'm doing. Up until recently, I was using a camera that didn't even have a flip out screen, so I couldn't see myself. I didn't know if I was in frame, the autofocus was trash. And I'm watching videos all the time trying to learn about things like lighting and audio and storytelling and framing and everything, but I am an absolute beginner. And to call this experience so far frustrating would be a massive understatement. The feeling of pouring hours and hours and hours into planning, recording, and editing a video just to not be satisfied with the end product, scrap it, do it all over again, and still not feel that great about it is like a kick to the gut like you would never believe. But this is a feeling that I'm very familiar with. You know that one kid that we all knew in school who just seemed to be naturally good at everything? The kid who could easily make friends with anybody, who was good at every instrument and every sport, and just things just seemed to come so easily to them? Yeah, I was not that kid, and I'm still not that person today. Last year at some point I was getting a haircut. Yeah, that is something that I do from time to time, but anyways, I was getting a haircut and I was having a discussion with my hairdresser, and we were talking about her work and my work. And she asked me if I ever have a client who asks me to do something that I don't know how to do, and what do I do in that environment? And I said, yeah, I mean, it doesn't happen a lot anymore. I've been doing my job for a lot of years at this point, but early on, it happened frequently. And when it did, I would often just pretend that I knew what I was doing. I would go home, I would make it a high priority to learn how to do whatever it was I needed to do. I would research and I would trial and error things and I would figure it out. And once I did, I had a massive sense of accomplishment. And I now had this new skill that the next time somebody asked it of me, it was a no-brainer, I could do it. And so I asked her the same thing. I said, does anybody ever come in and ask for you to cut or style their hair a certain way and that you don't know how to do it? And what do you do when that happens? And she laughed and she basically said, yeah, I mean, same thing. It used to happen a lot early on. She'd run into the back room. She'd look up a YouTube video really quick, kind of showing the technique that she needed to do, come back, put on this false sense of confidence and just go for it. And most of the time it would work out fine. Some people would call that like the fake it till you make it thing, and I definitely think there's a component of that in there, but I think there's a lot more to it. I think that often we doubt ourselves so much that we convince ourselves that we're not capable of doing things before we've even actually given it a fair shot. But that little bit of healthy pressure, that feeling of urgency of being in a situation where we have to figure it out, I think can be a really healthy thing for our growth, and it really forces us to push the boundaries of what we think we're really capable of. And after you pull it off, it feels amazing, and now you have this new skill. Now you can go forward confidently saying, hey, yeah, I can do that. The next time somebody needs you to do it, it's no problem. And I think that adaptability, that willingness to say yes and figure it out along the way, that self-confidence is like a muscle, and it's really hard to flex it at first when it's really weak. But the more that you work it out and the more that you just keep using that muscle, before you know it, it gets really strong. Your self-confidence improves, you become more confident, and before you know it, it becomes easy for you to figure out how to do things and to problem solve. But yeah, it takes time and it takes practice and it takes perseverance. I think it's in our nature to give up on things when they don't go exactly according to plan, or more specifically, to make excuses about why we can't do things. If we're always waiting for that one opportunity where everything is absolutely perfect, we're never actually going to get where we want to be. I think it's really important to remind yourself that anybody who's good at anything probably sucked at it at some point. There was most likely a point where Tony Hawk couldn't balance on a skateboard, and Eric Clapton couldn't play a single chord, and Neil Young couldn't sing a single line in tune. I'd argue that he still can't. But the point is that none of these barriers were enough to stop these people from achieving greatness and from getting better and practicing and practicing and practicing until they became one of the best. And to be clear, I have no expectations of becoming one of the best content creators around, but I do have confidence that I'll get better. And so the one trick that I have found to be the most effective way to get better at anything at all you may want to do is to just suck at it and embrace sucking at it and be unapologetic in your suckiness. And no matter how bad you suck at it, just do it anyways. If you suck at playing the piano, just keep playing and eventually you're gonna suck a little bit less and a little bit less, and maybe one day you won't suck at all. If your singing sounds like a gaggle of cats being murdered, keep singing because one day it's gonna sound a little bit less painful. If you suck at driving, just keep driving, but maybe in a parking lot away from other people and cars and things. But practice, keep practicing is the point. And in my case, I suck at making videos, but you know what? I'm just gonna keep making them. And if every video I make is 1% less shitty than the video I made before, in 100 videos from now, I might actually be half decent. And I think that's precisely the point I'm trying to make, which is progress over perfection. If you can aim to be just 1% better every single time you do something, in no time, you're gonna be 100% better, and then 100% better than that. And on that note, it's also really important to stop letting every little obstacle hold you back. It is so easy to come up with excuses of why things are a little bit imperfect and why you therefore can't do them, but those excuses will cripple you and will completely halt you from ever getting better. It would be so easy for me to say, well, I can't make videos yet. I can't make it yet because I don't have the perfect camera, or I don't have a good microphone, or I have no idea how to set up proper lighting. I can't do it today because I don't know what I'm gonna say, or I don't know if the video is gonna look good, or if anybody's gonna care to watch it. I can't do it today because I have this big zit on my face and I tried to cover up with makeup and it didn't really work. Stop waiting for everything to be perfect and just do it. You have to just do it. There will absolutely come a point where I look at the videos that I'm making right now and cringe. And in fact, I kind of already do. But what that means is that if every video I make can just be this much better, it's gonna be a lot better, a lot quicker than I think. Think about anything at all that you're even kind of sort of good at. And think about how terrible you were when you probably did it for the first time. Think about how few things in life actually come naturally to us. Think about the first few meals that you cooked. They were probably fucking disgusting. Think about when you learned to ride a bike as a kid. I can only speak for myself, but I landed in a swamp 3 times in 20 minutes. The first time I tried to back my car into my garage, I smashed my side view mirror off, but now I back in and out every single day without even thinking about it. You have to go at things with the enthusiasm and the passion that you would if you actually believed you were good at it, and one day you will be. There's this quote from Dave Grohl that I absolutely love, and I'm gonna read it here because it's a little bit long-winded, but I think that it explains exactly what I'm trying to say in the most eloquent Dave Grohl kind of way. This is what he said. When I think about kids watching a TV show like American Idol or The Voice, then they think, oh, okay, that's how you become a musician. You stand in line for 8 fucking hours with 800 people at a convention center, and then you sing your heart out for someone and they'll tell you it's not fucking good enough. Can you imagine? It's destroying the next generation of musicians. Musicians should go to a yard sale and buy an old fucking drum set and get in their garage and just suck. And get their friends to come in and they'll suck too. And then they'll fucking start playing and they'll have the best time they've ever had in their lives, and then all of a sudden they'll become Nirvana. Because that's exactly what happened with Nirvana. Just a bunch of guys that had some shitty old instruments and they got together and started playing some noisy ass shit and they became the biggest band in the world. That can happen again. You don't need a fucking computer or the internet or The Voice or American Idol. You gotta love Dave Grohl and his way of putting things just so honestly, but I completely agree. And so whatever it is that you feel you're not very good at, but that you wish that you were better at, all you have to do as Shia LaBeouf, I don't know how the hell you say that guy's name, the guy from Even Stevens, as he would say,
yesterday you said tomorrow, so just do it! Make your dreams come true!
If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. As I mentioned, I'm brand new here on YouTube. It would help me out tremendously to know that even if my videos are kind of shitty at the moment, that you're gonna stick with me as I get better. Please go ahead and also hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out as you see me getting 1% better with each video. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what skill you're working towards improving on. Let me know something that you're fucking terrible at, but that you're hoping to get a lot better at. Let's keep each other accountable. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, please hit that like button and I will see you in the next video. Peace.
Bye.